So you call me silly.
Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot K. and Jose UCAR. Every week we bring the tips, tools, and strategies for you to become a world-class public speaker. We bring you guests, experts, and authorities in the field of public speaking to enrich you and enhance your public speaking journey. Remember to subscribe, rate, and comment. And now, please welcome your hosts, Elliot and Jose.
Yay! Josie.
Elliot.
Peter, where are you? I'm on Riverside, mate.
So
Oh,
I'm
that
actually
made
on
my
Riverside
day.
now.
I'm
Apparently
on
it
Riverside,
did for
mate.
some reason.
Peter,
I'm
where
on
are
Riverside,
you?
mate.
I'm on Riverside, mate.
So what are you finding funny about it?
I don't
Tell
know.
me.
It's just like, it just makes me warm. It makes me smile.
Peter, where are you? I'm on Riverside, mate.
I think it's
So
the mate.
is
at
it
the
my
end.
Cockney accent? Is it?
Yeah, I think
I'm on
it's the
Riverside,
mate. I think
mate.
it's
Innit?
brilliant. Isn't it? I love it. Proper bringing it home one time. You know what I'm saying, man? You're proper bringing out the London in the Woking boy that you is at. You know what I'm saying? Because you was proper down with it. You sound like you're from London town, mate.
Well, there we go. What can I say? That's it. That's
You
how
can
I
say.
deliver.
Peter, where are you? I'm on Riverside, mate.
So people, okay, this is what today's episode is about. Where are you? And then you go, I'm on Riverside, mate.
Is that it? That's
Is
the
that the end?
episode.
That's the end.
Is that
That's the end
should
of
we
the
end it now?
episode. It
All right,
wasn't
cool.
very
Then-
epic.
Yep.
You've been listening to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with
That's it.
Only joking.
That's
Of
it.
course. That's not it. That can't be it. Sure.
Very.
Say
Por
it's
favor.
not the end. Say I'm only
I don't know the song.
dreaming.
Which
It's from
song
Blood
is that?
Brothers, the musical. How could you not know the
Oh,
Blood
is
Brothers
it?
musical?
Okay.
Come on, man.
Well, there we go.
What's
I
wrong
may
with
know
you?
it,
Don't
but
you know
I don't
anything?
know. I don't know. Well,
What's wrong? You
many
say you're from
things are
London
wrong.
town,
Many things are wrong with me. Many things are wrong with me.
Listen.
People, these links. I think this links nicely. Look, I want to hear the te amo. I've just sent you the te amo bit.
I
And I
need to
can
convert.
say-
Sorry, haven't had time.
Okay,
you know,
you
between
do. That's all right.
Regina
Well,
messing around and you're Rashmi messing around, and we have to be on Clubhouse soon. I haven't got time to convert it. So what? Go on.
What about? I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah, I'm
Is
like
that it?
done. I'm done
Is that
with.
it?
I'm done with you.
You've
So
been
let's just do
listening
this.
to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast.
Only joking.
Okay, well, Elliot is very playful, and I hope people you do find him funny. Please do say you find him funny, because we want you to carry on listening to the podcast today. The next episode. So
She finds
today
me
today is about, in a way, state management, keeping your mindset in check, and everything else. So what we've been doing so far seems to be working for us. I don't know if it's working for you, but we're getting into this playful state. We've been sharing some jokes, and that's got us to where we are today. And now we're about to start the episode. So when it comes to mindset, and I also wanted to touch on memory, but let's see, because today it might be a short episode, and then we touch on memory and how to memorize and remember things next time. Today, let's make it mainly, and you can see Elliot's face if you're watching this. He's just nodding a lot, like, frowning as well, like pretending to be super interested in what I'm saying. And I love it because it does help. Not cool. Yeah.
Hey, I don't think
So,
we'll be able to cover
state
memory.
management.
Do you?
No, we're not
Cover
going to cover.
memory.
No, that's exactly what I said. But, I was
What?
letting the audience
What
to
did you just
decide.
say?
Well, I said that we're not going to be able to cover memory today, but then we can take that on the next episode,
forgot
whenever we
you
do it
said
next
that.
Monday.
Look what I did there.
Look, I mean, you do need your mindset in check big time whenever you deal with someone like Elliot for different reasons. So imagine I'm out. I'm gonna drop out the call today, people.
Is that a promise
So-
or a threat?
No, this is a threat, because
You're
I don't
not
want
doing
to.
very
I
good
want
state
to leave
management,
you.
really, are you? You're not
No,
being
no,
a very good
I'm
example.
exactly. No, I'm a terrible example, because I'm getting stressed and I cannot breathe, and I'm getting sweaty
I
palms
don't want
and
you to get
everything else.
stressed.
So, oh,
Okay,
goodness me.
okay.
So,
What I want you to do is
how can you
close your
help me to
eyes.
change this?
Close your eyes.
Help me,
Close your eyes.
Elliot, help me.
Take a deep breath. And as you take that breath, what color do you see?
I see red.
Excellent. And if that color had a voice, what would it say to you right
is saying to me that you can put up with Elliot K differently and learn to love him.
Excellent. And if I was to think of a warm color and something that brings calmness to you, what color would that be?
That would be towards a bit of blue now.
Okay, blue, fantastic. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to imagine that color. And I want you to imagine that color slowly overtaking the red. Right, so it might seem a bit messy to begin with, but then it's gradually the blue becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And as that blue becomes stronger and stronger and stronger, what does that voice say to you?
Well, first of all, it was a blue shark eating you up, so all that redness is gone, and it's saying to me, "You're good. Carry on swimming in the ocean of
Okay, so
calmness."
take another breath in, breathe out. And what I want you to imagine right now, that wherever you are, in every cell of your body, is that calm blue, saying you've got this. It's going all the way from your toes up to your head, into your eyes, into the back of your head, down your shoulders, down your spine, even down your bum, all the way back to your toes. And it's just as a circular motion is continuously going through you. Take a breath in. Take a breath in. Deep breath. And breathe out. How do you feel?
I'm very grateful to the shark. And absolutely, so people, you've seen what this can do to you, because even my tonality has changed. And it also helped the fact that Elliot came down a bit. So slow down and everything else. So yeah, there we go. Great example. Visualization is powerful. Elliot has used colors for my mind to connect with something, that is more soothing and appropriate to how I want to be right now. And that's a great example of state management. So imagine if you did this before your talk, and even if during my talk I'm presenting and I actually connect with this moment, that's the beauty of the mind. You can, give it commands and help you remember that next time you're feeling nervous. And I could actually see that shark eating Elliot or whatever that situation is, and turning everything, into calmness, AC, or whatever that might be, as I'm speaking in front of an audience. That can help in the background if I'm feeling nervous as well. So all of these techniques are powerful. Visualization is powerful, and you can learn how to do it. And it's so as simple as what Elliot just described: breathing, closing your eyes, giving a color to your current emotion, and then giving a color to the emotion you want for that to take over. I love that, Elliot.
And a
Thank you very
voice.
much. And actually, and the voice, exactly, and the voice and what the voice is telling you. And it's interesting because we went from your red to my blue. Boom, in your face.
Very good. I think what's really important, it's an interesting thing when we talk about state management as well, because there are so many tools that you can utilize, right, to do state management. And I think a lot of people get to the point where they have what I would call kind of like a pre-stage ritual, which you have before going on stage. There's certain things we do to manage our state before going on stage. But I think equally what's important is to have tools to manage your state on stage. So you're able to deal when things go wrong or when unexpected things happen as well. So what are some of the things you would suggest people learn about when it comes to on stage? What certain things, because if I'm in the middle of a talk, I'm going, I can't go, kind of blue, shark eating Jose. Okay. So what I was saying, people, like, what are some kind of more instantaneous or other state management
Well,
tools you suggest
that,
people can?
that's interesting what you just did there, but the mind, yes, you have a point. Also, the mind can do that really quickly. In just in this moment, it's actually happening, and it's putting a smile on my face as I'm speaking. So you can also do this, people. And another one I always like to use, and I think we spoken about this in the past. You can anchor yourself to different areas of the room as well, emotional states. Or this is a great example, the Circle of Excellence, which is a neurolinguistic programming tool. So the Circle of Excellence works in a way. Imagine like the TEDx, or the TED in this case, carpet, where you round carpet that you stand on. Imagine that becomes your Circle of Excellence, for example. So what you do with that Circle of Excellence, you put in there all of your emotions, how you want things to be, how you want to feel, the visualization that Elliot just shared, anything, whatever you want to have in there. And what I do is I just get into that state, emotional state of being certain, of knowing exactly how my presentation is going to go, all of those emotions and thinking that I consider resourceful, and I put them and I step into my circle and I let it all in. It's just like I'm saving all of these emotions for later in there. I'm keeping them to my advantage. And then I step out. And then again, whenever I'm feeling excited, whenever something is going well, whenever it's just, yeah, this moment, I deliver a great presentation, the audience is giving me a standing ovation, I just step into my circle and leave all of that there. So what you can do once that circle, and you need to fit that circle regularly with these emotions, with all of this excitement or calmness, whatever that might be, you visualize all of it, the exercise we've already done, as I said, and then you lay that on the stage and you can present from it. That would be an angle to do just that. So you're going to find yourself in a much more resourceful state throughout the presentation. And no matter what happens, you can also trust the process, and the mind is going to know how to react to things. I can be on stage focusing on being nervous, on being uncertain, on actually thinking that people are not paying attention to what I'm doing. Sorry, paying attention to what I'm saying. Or I can decide to believe that you people are listening, you people are engaging as well. I can decide to believe that you are taking something away today from what I'm saying, and that is giving me a more resourceful state. And then on top of this way of thinking patterns that lead to a successful outcome, I can also stand within my circle of excellence as I'm delivering the presentation. And think about it, you can play with this as you like. You could have different circles of excellence as you are walking through the stage, or I could actually be speaking right now from that circle of excellence over here. You see, those are some of the things you can do in terms of managing your state, what you're thinking about. Also, quickly, think about the purpose. Why are you standing there that day? And it is very likely that you are not doing it because of you. If you take it to the next level, you're doing it because of them. So focus on your audience, on what you're giving to them, instead of what's going on in your mind and, what if I do wrong? What if? Use the what if they like it? What if they engage? What if, as I said before, I'm going to repeat again, they take something away? And what if you positively influence them? Because all of that is happening and it is possible. So that's where I would like to leave you before I pass on the mic back to Elliot Kai.
You're listening to the Public Speaking Expert Podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. And if you do leave us a comment, we will send you a copy of the book Speak Influencer as a gift, as a thank you and for appreciation. Also follow the Public Speaking Expert Podcast or show on Instagram, where you have access to book calls with us, to also have access to resources. Over 150 shows so far. You can gain access to them. We have the notes, we have the tips, so make sure you download them. And of course, if you want to book myself or Jose to speak, or both of us together at your event, we are available to do so. So just make sure you grab the call link from any of those portals, and we can discuss us coming to speak for you, because we want you not only to be a great speaker, but to
speak your greatness.
Exactly. And today's show is sponsored by the Speak to Sell show, delivered weekly by Jose UCAR. If you want to grow your business, if you want to learn how to use public speaking to do so, check out the Speak to Grow show on, not Speak to Grow, it's Speak to Sell on.
Okay. You will grow as well. And that is everywhere. It's on Zoom every Thursday, and you can find it on Instagram, on my website. Again, if you Google it, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Elliot's page. No, you're not going to find it there, but hey, no. You will find the Public Speaking Experts podcast, which is also powerful.
Woo! Absolutely. So there's lots of tools to do stage management. What is really important, as we start to wrap up this episode, what is really important is that you find what works for you. So whether it's anchoring, circle of excellence, neuro-linguistic programming, emotional freedom technique, again, which can be done subtly behind things. There's ways to do emotional freedom technique to help you manage state live, have a pre-stage ritual, visualization. There's all kinds of ways. Hypnotherapy, of course, hypnosis is a good one. Not hypnotism, that's very different. meditation, a power posing. All of these things are stuff that you can do to help manage your state. When you start to do the big talks and you start to do the big audiences, stage management comes really handy, right? It's so important, and it's like in your head, right? Because if you're not able to manage your state, then what will happen is it will eat away at you like a bell that keeps going off, and the voice will get louder and things will get louder. Noises, suddenly things that don't bother you will bother you. Suddenly you'll notice the fan's really loud and you'll notice the slides aren't moving fast. But when you've got state management, it's a bit like you find that circle of excellence, you find that bliss, that calmness in every situation. And it just allows you to manage things in your greatness, in your genius versus stressy and annoyed. And that's why it's important to look at all these tools, techniques that you can look at. And I believe Jose has a lot of them in his world-class communication program. Is that right, Jose?
That is also very true, Elliot K. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for the shout out, brother, mate.
So what do you want to say as we start to conclude this show, except for...
Where are you? I'm on Riverside, mate.
Well, apart from that, what I would like to say, people, practice. As Elliot said, pick at least one that you think may work for you and start utilizing it and notice the difference. Another way is just to think about different things that could happen in the audience. So you start preparing for whatever could go wrong, because it's also good to put yourself in those positions because it will happen, and that will